Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. It is January 18th, 2023. Wednesday evening at probably about 6 something. About 50 degrees out. It was colder than anything yesterday. Man. It was rainy and it was cold. Poor Brad was out there in it. Sorry we haven't made a video in a bit. I meant to Monday. Monday got away from me. Meant to yesterday, that got away from me. I think about these things about 4 a.m. when I'm still wide awake. But Brad's asleep, and I don't want to wake him up. So, that's usually when I do some writing and stuff. But I thought about you guys a whole lot. We didn't really do anything that fantastic over the weekend. You guys knew that we had picked up an order from Walmart, put that all away, kind of restocked the house as much as we're going to, because you only have so much funds like we all do. And what do we do Sunday? Sunday's usually our day off. Did some laundry and stuff like that. Yes, Monday we woke up not feeling good, so we had to cancel our doctor appointment. We had a doctor appointment just for a general checkup, because you can't go to the doctor when you're sick. So we rescheduled that. We did cancel my eye appointment, which was supposed to be tomorrow, because there's only so much money to go around. And Brad had already had his eyes checked a month ago, and we hadn't yet ordered the glasses, because, with Christmas and stuff, we really didn't have the extra funds. So, it was really important that we got those ordered. I can wait. Mine is rescheduled for May. That's the soonest that they had. Which is fine. But, so he got his ordered last night. We go through Zenny. So Monday we end up staying home, just kind of, feeling our oats. I did ride the bike. I didn't ride the bike yesterday because we were busy cleaning the house for hours. We get the whole house once over, and plus what was Brad doing? Brad had to run into town because he got ready to order his glasses, and the pupillary distance seemed to be off. So he ran in there because they knew they were probably going to have to retest that. And it was right. They just hadn't added the two numbers together. But from last time that we had our eyes examined at Crawfordville, Walmart was very off. No wonder he's had such a time with being able to see up close and stuff. Plus, he's not able to tolerate the bifocals. They make his stomach stuff way too upset. So, he just has, standard, and he takes his glasses off. But he did get those ordered last night. So he got new frames and lenses and all the whatever treatments he wanted, and 2 pairs of clip-on sunglasses to go with them for $80. So you can't beat that. What else? So yeah, he was there. He went to go get prescriptions yesterday too, because we needed to get pick up our prescription if we had to do our pills. And so he gets all the way there, and he realized he forgot his wallet. So, yeah, he had to come all the way home in the rain. It was raining. It was cold yesterday, and get his wallet, then all the way back in. I elected to stay home with the puppies and stuff, and was just doing laundry. I did like 5 loads of laundry in the last couple of days. And cleaning the house and all that good stuff. I like to give the kitchen a good thorough cleaning about once a week. What else did we do? That Monday, Brad divided up. Monday. Where was Brad Monday? He had to go somewhere. I don't remember where. Or was that yesterday? No, I thought it was Monday. One of those days. I ended up doing the big freezer because, Brad had put away the lasagna, froze it, and also enchiladas in there that we'd made that were frozen, and the breakfast casserole jumbo cups. Well, I wanted to put them in a better thing because, tinfoil comes off. So I put them in those 2-gallon Ziploc bags by Hefty are very nice. Those are very nice. You can put a whole small square cake pan in one of those. And like both of I use the disposable loaf pans. 2 of those will fit in a 2-gallon bag. So I do use it for that kind of stuff. Labeled all that stuff, sorted through the whole freezer to see what we had, what we didn't have. I was looking for the elusive missing bag of cheddar cheese that I thought I had 2 pounds of it, and I can't find it. I must not. We must have used it. So it's good to go through there though and do inventory. I wanted to do that before Brad divided up the hamburger. I must have done that. I don't know. It was either Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. I know it wasn't yesterday. It was Monday. He had to go somewhere Monday. I can't remember where, but he had to go somewhere Monday. And, so, dogs are getting ready to be fed. So while he was gone, I did the freezer and stuff. Your hands get so cold. We have a small chest freezer. Kind of square in shape. They get so cold that I end up using, finally, a washcloth, a kitchen towel, being able to grab the items and move them and stuff. Otherwise, my fingers get so cold, and I don't have any mittens because, we don't live in Wyoming now, so here in North Carolina, we don't really need mittens. So, yeah. But I got all that sorted out. And that way, Brad was able to come home and use the Seal & Meal. And because we found one on special for like $15, and it came with, instead of having to attach the hose down into the bag, it does it all one thing. Pays to wait till after Christmas, you guys. This same model at Christmas time was $50. See, we had a Seal & Meal, but it was an old one that he got from a loafing jug he worked at. They didn't want any more. It was an ancient old model. Well, we used it, and finally the lid of it cracked enough it wouldn't work any longer. But we really like it because if you're going to buy anything in bulk or you're going to freeze anything, that really keeps it so much nicer. So, we got that in. We already had bags, from the other Seal & Meal. So, that was nice. So he was able to do that because we bought all that hamburger, So we need to divide it up. I think Brad said he got 14 packages out of 10 pounds of ground chuck. So that's good. We use that quite often for, I think it's 85% lean. If we want just something quick for protein, we'll get one of those out, thawed out, and make two hamburger patties. If I have bread, I'll only have the bottom, one slice of bread on the bottom. A lot of times it's just that and vegetables. Just the hamburger and vegetables. Usually Brad does a lot of fried onions with it. He didn't today, but so that's really good. Besides that, we've done, like I say, we cleaned house, bathroom, dusted, vacuumed, laundry, folded laundry last night. We straightened up everything. We didn't get done doing stuff until about 8 o'clock last night. So, because we wanted to have today off, do what we want to do. We pretty much kind of take Sundays and Wednesdays off. which is nice for us. Middle of the week, you're starting to get a little sick of doing housework and stuff. I really thought as we got older, we would have less housework. Your kids are out of the house and stuff. Now, we don't have to clean house every day like I used to, but I really thought we'd have a lot more leisurely time. But I guess that makes the time that you do have off even sweeter. So I've been doing some loom knitting, of course. I've been making hats. There'll be an update on the hats that we already have in here a little bit later. Now I switched to the adult size, and I'm just doing this one. I'm doing, let's see, I don't know if you see, I'll start. Yeah, this is a yarn that is the light green stuff. It went from purple to the light green. It's actually striped that way, so, and then this was just some scrap. But, I like making colorful hats. Working on that. This is what I work on in the evenings when I'm watching New Amsterdam on Netflix. I really am enjoying that. If you guys kind of like the hospital shows like Grey's Anatomy and stuff, you'll like it. I like it. White Jelly Bean say she woke up so wet today that Brad gave her a bath because she was just wet, wet. And I mean, and he's always really great about it. Let me finish this and then I'll say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
You smell that wax melt?
What is it?
Alluring.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not something we typically would use, but in the bedroom it's nice.
Yeah, baby.
You want a different, but
it is nice.
Yeah. I either use the Sensationals there at Walmart or the Better Homes and Gardens, whatever's $2. $2.22 unless you buy a 5-pack, and that's like $9.87. You save some money that way, too. I'll take this. We'll do the exchange.
Okay.
Don't try to burn yourself to death with this candle tonight. Last night, everything he tried to do, he kept passing this. We were doing pills, right? Kept passing his poor little knuckles and stuff, and I'm like, are you trying to burn yourself? Because, I always usually have a candle going. Like, here's another one I just finishing up. This is, I use all of my, as I use my wax melts, I change those out twice a week. Wednesdays and Sundays. I know, I'm just a fascinating person, aren't I? Anyway, because I have 2 wax melters here in the bedroom and 1 here in the bathroom that's right off. And I use the same scent in all 3 because I don't want it to be really funkalicious. You wouldn't use this scent alluring with, let's say, apple pie or something, or mint or something, So, when I change them out, I dump them all in here, and that's why you have this lovely striped. And, I mean, they burn really nice.
Yeah, they do.
They burn really nice. I have one going right here that's just what I call the wax melt leave-ins, and they burn quite nice. And otherwise, you'd just be throwing this wax away. And why not make, and I mean, it doesn't have really any scent, a very faint one, but, it's nice. We like it. So, yeah, we did our pills last night. Brad got home with the prescriptions, and, that's the only place you went yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, they've been having to, what?
Twice.
Yeah, I told them about that. That you forgot your wallet and had to come home in the rain. Saturday. Was it Saturday? We got notice that all of a sudden they decided they don't want to deliver mail to our mailbox. Even though we've been grandfathered in. See, they put in cluster boxes. Before that, everybody was on their own unless you already had an existing mailbox. Well, before they did the cluster boxes, we did a mailbox. Otherwise, the only way we could get our mail was to have a P.O. box or to go down to the Carrier Annex in Rocky Mount. Well, the grandfathered us in, or told us they did, that they would deliver our mail to the mailbox because Brad's disabled. Now they've changed their mind. They have a new supervisor, so higher up said no. They have to go get their mail from the cluster box. We don't even have a slot on these cluster boxes. We don't even have a key. So, Brad's been going back and forth with them and stuff because they've decided that what they're doing is they're holding our mail. Yeah, they're holding our mail right now. Isn't that nice? They make these grand decisions and then no notice or anything. It's just, we're going to hold your mail. You have to come down and get it. Brad talks with them again today. And it's like, nope. And the guy that is the supervisor, he is way over his head. He can't do anything about it. You know, this is from coming down from higher up. So, we're going to get notes. We do see our doctor Tuesday, next Tuesday. And we will be getting notes to see if we can get anything done. Because that's discrimination against mobility issues. We're not the only people that are disabled.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Over there where the cluster boxes are, if it rains, there's a ton of mud.
Yep.
And they are sitting on a small cement pad, but you get rain on it and then slime and mud. And odds are I'm going to do a 1.5 back full twist. And then when it's been dry for a while, it's going to be all crusted over, so the ground is going to be so uneven, and that's when I have a really hard time walking, is on uneven ground.
Yeah, we have balance problems anyway, and then with the neuropathy and everything, I mean, well, and there's no shelter over there at all. It's not really the safest of locations.
No.
I darn sure wouldn't be checking my mail at night over there. There's no lighting or anything. I mean, you know, it's like with the cluster boxes we had in Bar None were lit.
Yeah.
Then they were sheltered. And it was nice. There's no way. I mean, you know, so, you know, Brad's been going back and forth with them. He's going back and forth with Clayton Holmes still because I didn't realize it. And I'm not going to say too much about it. I'm not going to give you guys specifics because he is still working on this. Believe me, we will tell you guys when we can. But there's definite discrimination against somebody being handicapped. And according to ADA laws, they cannot do what they're doing. And I'm just saying, refusing to fix what was under warranty. I would love to tell you guys more, and I will when I can. But Brad's been dealing with that too. Dogs are great, of course. They just got fed, so now they'll be in a food coma. Like I said, Little Bean woke up just wet. And I'm glad I always keep a blanket on my pillow, because otherwise she would have got my pillow all wet. And got her changed. Brad's always really nice about giving her a bath, and she was feeling pretty good after that. She was very happy. Weren't you, little girl? I would tell him, Brad, it amazes me. There's no way I would have let our dog, and he would have let our dog stay wet and smelling bad and stuff. But my mother had no problem doing that to her child. Day after day, month after month. And sending me to school that way. And having me return home and climb in a bed. That she wouldn't let me change the bedding. And I would get to sleep in that wet brown spot. Over and over again. And wonder why none of the kids wanted to be around me. Well, because I smelled very bad. I was sent home from school a few times because I smelled so bad. Of course, back in those days, they didn't call. They didn't even send a note. I knew better than go home and tell my mother this, because I would have gotten my ass beat big time. So anyway, you learn a lot from that. If any of you guys have a child who wets the bed, please make sure you're taking that child to the doctor. My case was medical. But even if it hadn't been medical, to treat any human being that way, that is not a mother's love. You know. But I survived it. I learned. I made sure that we never had anybody that we took care of ever go to school smelling bad. You know, we had one child that did have that problem, and it was medical. And get the child up. We would have them change. We would have them go get in the shower while I stripped and remade that bed. And it didn't matter if it was 1 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. They climbed back in that bed, being clean, being warm, clean bedding, and not feeling like crap about themselves. And I'm proud of that. Because it wasn't always the easiest, we were dead tired and stuff getting up and, but,
That was one family tradition we did not pass on.
mm-mm. It's okay. It's not I've had worse and I've had better. But it was like, what, $10, she said?
Yeah.
It'll last a long time. It's blue. So, whatever. It makes I smoke a little bit less, so that's good. I'm going to do some research here in a little bit. And, because I want to start working on some new paintings. I want to prep some canvases and stuff later tonight. We haven't really done much today except we just kind of relaxed like we wanted to do. We watched a little bit of YouTube, visited. But I just got out of the shower, threw in a load of laundry. Did that take everything that we had in that laundry room? Yay!
I didn't take that big comforter.
That's clean.
Oh,
the gray one?
The gray one?
Yeah, it just needs to be put in a bag and brought back here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clean.
It's a good thing I didn't rewash it then.
Yeah, I'm glad, because, yeah, it's clean. I told you that a couple times. Yeah. But, yeah, that's about all that we really got going on. We're going to do some fishing, hopefully, next week. We both really want to do some fishing. We want to get more involved with... I keep saying we want to get out of the house more. We do. I'm not really a social butterfly at all, neither is Brad. We want to get out and do things that we like doing, like fishing. I do love to fish. And Beth's going to be teaching me more about how to do the line, your fishing line, and how to tie and stuff, because, with his hand trimmers, it was getting to the point it would be very hard for him to do that. So he needs to pass that torch so I know how to do it also. So we can continue to do that. And we are probably going to go ahead and join the senior center because I do want to swim. Definitely want to swim. I wouldn't mind making a few things. I kind of had a little bit, not really a panic attack. I had some anxiety because we pull up there and it's packed. I don't know what thing they had going on, but and then everybody going in is wearing masks. Now, I'm not one to say I won't wear a mask. If the majority is wearing a mask, I will wear a mask. I don't want anybody to be made to feel anxious. I do know people have different health concerns. I know I myself and Brad does. So I don't mind masking up. We didn't have 2 masks in that vehicle. And I would like to come there when it's not near as busy to sign up and stuff. They might not even have had time to give us a tour or anything on. But, when they're right in the middle of getting ready to start whatever they were going to start, because there's a lot of people going in right at that time. Yeah, so, I do want to do some swimming. I do want to do some fishing. We've been talking more about wanting to take that trip to the coast, hopefully next month. That'll be really nice. We're going to just do a day. We thought about boarding the dogs overnight. Because if we're going to board the dogs, I want to start out slowly. Because they're not used to being away from us. But, like Brad said, it will cost more than double if we have to board them and everything. So, we're just going to do a day trip. They'll be fine in the kitchen. And I will elect to leave Jelly Bean diaper off her and just clean up the mess. Because I don't want her to sit around in a wet diaper or, a muddy diaper for hours. That wouldn't be good. Right, Jelly Bean?
Food coma.
Yeah, food coma. So, I don't know if I mentioned you guys, because I restarted this, and I've been really enjoying that show, New Amsterdam. And Brad is watching Outlanders, which is on Netflix also. So, Brad's really been enjoying that. Of course, we always enjoy our high-speed police chases. We're nerdy like that. Or else G. Frank, and it's G.E. Frank, and then number 1. You know, just the number 1, not number 1. Check out his stuff. He does some funny animal videos. It is hilarious.
And you learn stuff.
You do learn a lot, and stuff. I mean, a lot of these, you know, some of these are, you know, they show in schools and stuff. Some of them are more of a little bit more of an adult. But it is funny, and like I said, you do learn so much. And if you're an animal lover, he even has some specifically like cats and dogs during the holidays, and things that they're saying like, "Dear human, you know, I briefly saw the bottom of my food bowl." You know, it's hilarious. So yeah, we like watching dash cams, body cam, high speed chases. A lot of dog and cat. Brad likes watching more comedy. Of course, you guys know I'm watching different train wrecks on YouTube. You know, and then I have like my longtime vloggers that I've been watching for a long time, like Vivian Van Adventures, I think is what it's called. I really like her a lot. I like Rachel and Justin. They're a young married couple, and they got 4 little kids. I watched Carrie some. Who else? Doggerty doesn't I watch just because they're a train wreck. Usually I watch Dad Challenge podcast. He goes over her and some of the other vloggers that are just major child exploiters and stuff like that. He's funny to watch too, but he really advocates for the kids. You know, so he's another good one to watch.
Yeah, he's up in Canada.
He's up in Canada.
You know, and some of the stuff he talks about, he's not used to that type of stuff in Canada, but, you know, it's more commonplace here in the U.S.
Yeah, he'd been into the U.S. for visits and stuff before. Him and his wife and their children.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Mills Family.
I watched the Mills Family some. I watched the Neighbors some. I don't really watch that many people anymore.
Yeah.
I just kind of, you know. I'll watch funerals in different countries because I think it's very fascinating what different customs are. I also watch marriages ceremonies in different countries. We've been watching Haka ceremonies lately, which is very cool.
And that's the Maori.
Yeah, we like learning different things. We're very nerdism. We are. We're very nerdy.
Mm-hmm. I like watching the Karen videos.
He likes. I watch some of them. And now I like watching the one in airports. I don't know why, but some of these people on these planes are like, you wonder why you're getting escorted off? Nobody wants to be trapped in an airplane with you in this flying tin can with you. No. Mm-mm.
And I watch the PBS Eons, which goes into a lot of the archaeological and paleontological history.
Yeah. We watch a lot of stuff about marine life because we're that way too. Animal lovers. We love, you know. We watch about different breeds of dogs, different cats. We watch some stuff about lizards and I want to say chimichangas. Not chimichangas.
I have no idea.
Chinchillas. Chimichangas. Oh my goodness. See, we thought about getting another animal, a little rodent type, right? But we've been checking out like how long some of these live, and then what the requirements are and stuff. And we decided not to, because to properly give a proper enclosure to like ferrets, which you need to have two of, uh, um, chinchillas, sugar gliders, that kind of stuff. You really, to do a proper, and then if you want to do any traveling, I don't know if there's a ferret boarding house, you know, and then you got to make sure that you have a veterinarian in the area that does your specific type of animal. So we decided that would be best just to watch the videos and not have. So, and with our age, because like chinchillas can live 20 years. Not saying we won't live 20 years, but we want to make sure.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things I found out watching some of the dog videos is Charlie is part Cane Corso Mastiff.
Yeah,
Italian
mainly
Mastiff.
That's what he is. Got a little bit of black lab in him.
Yeah, and one of the things I did not realize was that Cane Corsos have the strongest bite force of any domestic dog.
Mm-hmm.
And that explains why when we give him some of the treats, that he just blasts through them so
Oh
fast.
yeah, that jaw power and stuff.
Yeah.
Good thing we've never let him be aggressive, because I can understand why so many are put down stuff, which is sad.
Yeah.
That's not their fault, it's the owner's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been watching near as much YouTube lately. I've been watching more movies, TV shows, that kind of stuff. Because, you get tired of all the drama. I'm not about watching people that are just... Like Reverend Shanny, I won't watch them over on Twitch because I don't want to give them the view. I watch them through Carrie and other people. Yet I'll step away from that platform if they're doing a lot of fat shaming, which they've been doing lately. I'm not all about that. Being a fat person myself, that's not what disgusts me about her, is the lack of hygiene, the lack of wanting to have a job, either one of them, the e-begging, all of that. But I forgot what I was going to say. You even get tired of the train wreck with that. It's like, Brad laughs. Now wait till Carrie and it's Carrie with a C. If you want to find a channel, and it's Carrie, and then if you can't find a channel, put Carrie and then a space Shanny, and it'll bring up her channel. But anyway, I'll wait till she puts it up, not even during a live, so I can speed through a lot of it. Because if they're talking, like sometimes they're just watching videos, Rev and Shanny, so I don't want to, waste my time. Or they're talking about, like they've been getting really gross about sex talk lately. So I'll just fast forward through all that. Brad laughs. So it's like, it was a 3.5 hour stream and we just finished it in 15 minutes. Because really, if there's anything exciting happen, you're going to get so many reactors commenting on it. It's just like, I don't watch Doggerty Doesn't normally. I will wait until Dog Challenge Podcast or Radiant Brit, she's another one, is a reaction channel, which they do a commentary on it, because they're going to speed through and do the highlights. Way to go. I don't want to spend all my time, I suggest that with anybody, you can shut off your stuff and talk with your spouse or your kids or your friend or whoever. Sing songs to your dog. They like that. I make up songs all the time and sing it to Jelly, cradled in my arms, and Brad laughs and she loves it, and I come up with some pretty renditions.
Yes, you
I come up with some pretty awful ones too. Nothing is going to make a new, top 10 hit list or anything. You might wonder which one of us is howling. But
I'm still amazed that any of them know their name.
I know, they don't. Well, you called her refried yesterday. He called Jelly Bean refried the other day. Because a lot of times we'll just call her Bean. But he called her refried. She didn't care as long as he called her.
Yeah.
Don't call me late for dinner, Dad. But yeah, so that's nothing real fascinating. Oh, I know what I want to talk to you guys about. Okay. I had a wonderful friend of mine not too long ago. I don't know if you guys remember or not. Gifted me a whole box of cross-stitch stuff. Wonderful patterns. I think there was a little bit of material in there. I can't remember if there were kits or not. There was a whole big, nice, beautiful box. I thought at the time I would have time to do some cross-stitch. I have so many crafts that I want to do, like, remember the paper beads? I still need to start those. And stuff that I find I don't really have time. And I hate to see this box of stuff sitting here with not being utilized. So what I want to do, and I already asked her if it was okay. I said, do you want me to sell it and send you the money? Do you want me to donate it? And she said, oh, please donate it. So I thought I would tell you guys first that if any of you guys are into cross stitch, if you would like, you have to live in the United States. I will send you this box of cross stitch stuff. Now I'm not gonna, you would have to search back, way back to when I got the box to see what's in it. Or else you're just gonna have to, take my word for it that it's some really nice stuff. And I'll send it to you. For you to have enjoyment. If you want to have me give her your contact information, I'm not going to give you her contact information. But if you want me to give her your contact information so that you might thank her for this stuff, that would be awesome. Or I will just tell her that I sent it to so-and-so and that way you guys, somebody else is getting the chance to really enjoy these. And I've said before that if you guys do any macrame or you're having macrame books, patterns, or anything like that laying around, if you want to send them my way, I'll send them to her, or else I'll get her address. Don't just send them to me yet. I'll get her address and we'll correspond and stuff so that they can be sent to her. That would be awesome. A great way to thank her. But I believe that if you can't use something, you send it on its way for somebody else that can. I know when I used to do a lot of cross-stitch, I was so grateful when I would get patterns and stuff that somebody would give me because, that's one of the reasons I started doing cross-stitch originally was because it wasn't as expensive as some other hobbies. I think it's more expensive now, but it used to be pretty inexpensive. Now they've come out with so many new colors and stuff. But yeah, we are tomorrow going to go out to Tender Mercies and deliver hats. I probably won't videotape it. I don't know if they'll be comfortable with it. I will ask. Because, they could always use the publicity. So I will ask. Or I will ask that, that we're able to just to even, videotape the logo and the hat sitting there or something. But they really could use the financial support. And what I told them, go ahead and sell these hats and you keep all the proceeds. Because they really need it. They've got some big vet bills. And part of what I love about them is, and I know I've said before that I felt like they really didn't need our help. Well, that was just at Christmas time, and people that feel charitable will do that at Christmas time, and maybe that's the one time a year they do it. Not knocking that at all. That's great. But they've got some, one of the things I love about them is they do have where somebody absolutely can't afford a vet bill and are faced with putting their animal down or getting some help. If they have the finances, they will help you with being able to get veterinary care. I really love that. So they've got some vet bills for some of their newer dogs, dogs that they've found. Also, they had major problems with their sewer, and so they've had to have a lot of work done out there for that, which was totally unexpected. Big financial drain. So this is the time now, it's still cold too, that it would be a good time for them to have the hats and to be able to sell them and use, even if they get $1 a hat, it's $1 more, and if they sell 50, that's $50. So, they would at least buy some dog food. So, we're going to be doing that tomorrow. What else are we doing tomorrow?
We were talking about going to the senior center, and then
Were we doing that tomorrow?
we need to go to get the blood work done.
We didn't talk about doing the senior center tomorrow.
Okay.
Blood work. We have to go do the blood work. Let's see how we feel.
Okay.
And
then hopefully my script will be filled and we can.
Yeah, well, that's where we need to go. I knew it was replaced. We didn't talk about doing the senior center tomorrow.
Okay.
I'd rather wait till next week.
Okay.
We could go out there next week before we go get to our doctor appointments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to go get our blood work done. We need to get the script picked up and go to Tender Mercies. And if we feel like it, we'll go to the senior center. If not, we won't. I think that's about it.
Yeah, because you're wanting to trim up Jelly
Friday.
Friday.
Jelly Bean needs a whole haircut. Saturday, I want to do the 2 big dogs' toenails and clean hairs. Jelly Bean, even though she's small, she's a whole rock and roll party with his hair trimming. She's getting better, but when you come to certain areas of her body, you better hold on for dear life because, usually she has to have a little melatonin. The doctor said she could have 1 milligram for her 25 pounds, and that's what she gets. Last time we couldn't find it, so I've been having to just hand trim on her. That seems to work out better for private parts anyway. She is not about that life of having that area shaved. Now, Nixie doesn't care. She's like, shave wherever. Jelly Bean's getting better, but she can be feisty. She can be feisty, right? Like your mom. Do you have anything else to say, Brad? Are you going to stay awake? Are you going to fall asleep? Or are you your tooth? Brad's got some dental pain going on. He is on antibiotics for it, but he's got some dental pain going on. How long has it been since you took the ibuprofen? How long does it last?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know anything about ibuprofen, honey.
I don't know. I'll check it out.
Is it 4 hours or does it last longer?
I don't know.
I can't take ibuprofen. It makes me throw up just immediately. Brad can't take a leave, so now he's taking ibuprofen.
Holy crap.
Why don't you just type in on your phone, how, honey?
1 tablet every 4 to 6 hours.
Okay, so how long has it been? 4 hours?
Yeah, it's been close to 6.
And usually take 2. So, yeah, you guys try and stay on top of it, as they say. Do you want me to open that for you?
Nope, got it. Just had to align the arrows.
Did we went? Oh, I showed you guys we went Dollar Tree. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been doing things like getting. I know it sounds funny, but you have your certain kitchen towels you like to hang out, and then the ones that you really use. I have all my wonderful kitchen washcloths that my friend Kathy made, all the round ones. Those are all I use. And her scrubbies too, which I just love.
Yeah.
I thought I had a scrubby in here. I don't know what happened to it. We must have taken it out to the kitchen after all. Yeah, I love her scrubbies. And, like I said, we didn't get done with housework till 8 o'clock last night. We were both sick of it. We were both tired of not getting anything we want to do. So what we do today, absolutely nothing. Doesn't mean the day's not over yet. But so far we haven't done anything. Have you tried biting down on a tea bag?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Not yet. But this will work.
And also, I remembered that, next time that wears off is the warm salted water. That really does help. The dentist even told me that when I had all those extractions.
Okay.
But she used a tea bag. on
Okay.
on me, and she's the one that told me about it.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, she was. I liked
you
her.
can use the tea bag wet or dry if you're having dental pain. I always use mine wet, but you certainly to stop bleeding. It'll help. Also to help alleviate pain for some reason. It doesn't matter what kind it is. That's your choice. But yeah, so I wet it down and I'll bite down on it and just hold it there for a while, and it does work. Or you can use an aspirin. You smash it. Use the pill crusher, and you can use a little bit of water, kind of make a paste, or a Tylenol. It tastes horrible, I know, but you put it right in there, and it does really help. You know, I would suggest if you have dental pain, look up home remedies. It'll give you a whole bunch of different ones to try. I think I've tried just about one. Some work great for me, some not so much. But poor Brad, he's got a lot of dental pain right now. He is on an antibiotic. We just got to keep, we got to remember tonight at a little after 11,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
because,
Again.
what?
Take it again.
Did you take it? Do you need
I-
something to drink?
I'm gonna go. I don't have anything. I was gonna go out in the living room and.
I have this.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You want to burn your hair off of your knuckle.
I do.
Everything he does is pass it over the top of this candle here.
Well, I don't drag my knuckles anymore when I walk, so.
Okay. No, he doesn't. Not too much. Sometimes he does bad. It depends on how bad his back hurts. If he's really bent over, he does. You gotta laugh at this stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh at the aches and pains, like my shoulders and stuff. You got to laugh at it. So, I should have rode the bike today. I didn't yesterday, but it's my day off. I'm not doing it today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna start riding the bike Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. You know, Saturday, So, and then doing the arm exercise. I'm probably going to have to do some arm exercise tonight because I can hardly move my shoulders tonight. They're just stiff from the cold weather and stuff. But anything else, honey? We don't really...
Nope. Can't think of anything
I'm
else.
anxious. Brad's going to have to redo our poles and stuff. We have not fished at all here in North Carolina. So, yeah, you're going to have to redo all of that. And, you know, but yeah, there's some fishing spots not too far away at all. You know, things are so different here. Like trout, you can trout fish year round in Wyoming. Here, you can only do it certain times of the year because it has to be cold enough. The water has to be cold enough. That's so different than Wyoming. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you get in some of those high mountain lakes back there, and, you know, the hottest that water will get is up in the 40s.
Yeah, 'cause usually the mountains are, some part of that mountain is going to have snow on it year round.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
where snowpack never completely melts.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could do go cut in it and see the decades. Seriously.
Yeah. And before I met you, I know I told you this story before, but some friends and I used to go backpacking into this high mountain lake every year. And one year we had to come out after, we're planning on being there for 2 weeks. And we came out after 6 days, and it was like the 23rd of July because it dumped 14 inches of snow on us. And then another year we went in there about the same time, about mid-July. And it was a good thing we had our hatchets with us because the lake still had over 10 inches of ice on it in mid-July.
Do you see Jelly Bean back there? Jelly Bean, we see you. We see your face. Hi. What are you doing? Oh, look, she loves that blanket, Carol. Look. She loves this blanket, Carol. That's this blanket. It's so nice. This white, and then this, of course, you know my favorite color is purple. And Jelly Bean loves it. She doesn't even want to share it. Good thing it's a humongous blanket. Right? You don't even want to share it with me. Can I have this blanket now? Can I have it? Can I have it, Miss? Paws crossed in front of you. Oh, what? Okay. I love you. I love you, Puka Puka. Anyway, I guess that's all we got, guys. I don't want to bore you guys to death. I know, wake up back there, right? Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. Excuse me. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Remember, do something nice for somebody else. And then do something nice for yourself. And as always, everybody say, bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.